NBA action on 2K Sports. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Pass to Dort. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
Now Crowder fires from deep. Kessler with a rebound. To the paint. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And making the extra pass. Wiggins' teammates appreciate his willingness to get it to them when they're uncovered.
Edwards, no good. Here's Dort. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Stan, a recent development in Anthony Edwards' game is three-point shooting.
Yeah, Brian, he led the league in threes attempted last year and shot it at a good percentage, too. He's such a good driver. Taking lots of threes will open things up for him.
And Edwards slams it in.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quickly.
Wallace outside. From deep. He buries it from three. Wallace has got 6.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
They double him with Crowder. And there's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul. There's Cunningham with a 3.
Great defense, and this is what many people are saying. Anthony Edwards may be the best two-way player in the league.
Can they get it? Can't get the layup.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And the shot's good.
Yeah, I really like when Edwards shows this kind of patience, allowing the play to develop over time.
Kessler, no good.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Pass to Edey. Soft touch off the glass.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Cunningham, right side. Shot clock at 6. Dort for 3. Rebounded by Kamara. Dort with a steal. Pass to Wiggins. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
So polished from this painted area. Love watching Wiggins do his thing close to the basket.
Here's Edwards. Here he goes. And Edwards slams it in.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
On the wing, Wallace. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter, was right in his jersey. And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one.
At the line for the Spurs,
And he sinks the second. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, His 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Brian?
Allie, thank you. Now here's Edwards. Give him 8. Wallace misses. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Yeah, there's Cunningham unselfishly giving up the ball. Great pass.
Edwards with it. Picked up by Cunningham. And Wallace, here we go. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. Wallace has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Edwards looking it over. To the inside. Stolen by Wiggins. Ahead. With the teardrop. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. They lead by 5.
San Antonio, 13.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Back to Wallace. Counted from distance. Wallace has got 11.
Well, that's the look you're hoping to get every time.
Wiggins for 3. No good that time. Crafty move. Anthony Edwards rips it down.
Terrific play by Edwards. Moves like this are what makes him so much fun to watch.
Pass to Wiggins. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound and get it back up.
Inside. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Pass to Cunningham. Cunningham going to work inside.
Nice job getting inside and executing. I like seeing Cunningham be aggressive around the basket.
Now Wallace. Right wing. High post Edey. Shot clock at 5. Edwards, no good.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. High post Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
A smart move, using a little pump fake to get all the time he needed to go hard to the basket.
Yeah, it's just a simple move, but it looks so beautiful when it works. Reminds me of you, Grant.
Oh, I appreciate that, B.A.
And it's Cunningham missing. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Cardinals. Out to the wing. Edey for 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Jazz at Delta Center in Utah. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. To the wing on the left. And here's Crowder from the arc. Kessler with a rebound. San Antonio trails by 8. Pass to Cunningham. Now here's Williams. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just one or two major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Slow down a great score. There are those shots you just got to live with, Stan.
Well, look, B.A., you can't take away everything, particularly from the great players. I think when you're game planning, what you have to decide is just that. What can you live with and what do you want to take away? And you try to just make those great players a little bit less efficient. You're not going to shut them down, but maybe you can make them a little bit less efficient. Great feed. Edwards has such a complete game. He's much more than just a scorer.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Wallace. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. Wallace has got 14 points.
They're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
That three-point stroke of Lopez is so good. It looks like a set shot. Brook responded to that three on the other end.
Pass to Edie. Good work defensively by Lopez.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Guys, back to you.
A star on the rise. Allie, thanks for the report.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Cunningham on the wing. Give him 8. Dort for 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Not afraid to shoot. Dort has become more confident in his jumper, and you see why.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution.
Here's Edwards. He's got 13. Crowder outside. Brown with a steal. In transition. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
It's so hard to pass up a three-pointer when the D is completely scattered.
Right side Edwards. Rebound by San Antonio. And stolen by Edwards. Down low. Here's Edie.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
San Antonio. 30.
And if you just join it in, one half is in the books. One half to go. And here's McCain. Wallace outside. To the middle. Edie. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, when Edie gets strong inside positioning like there, just let him go to work because he can overpower defense.
And here's Lopez from the arc. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Substitution on the court.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Kessler a screen. Takes a 3. And no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Wallace. Back to McCain. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Edey. Kessler with a rebound. San Antonio trails by 9. And Williams punches it home.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
McCain with it, and it's Dort picking him up. Wallace outside. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
He flashes to the rim and is met with no resistance.
Cunningham deciding where to go with it. Kessler a screen. Down low. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by McCain. Here's Wallace. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
The kick out to Wiggins. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
3 points.
Wiggins has got his third basket on the night right there. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Edwards driving. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, doing it with speed and style. Edwards putting on a show at the rim.
Looking to get it going. And it's Cunningham missing.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Wallace outside. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta. Wallace has got 21 points in the game.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Cunningham outside. Wiggins for 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul. Second
The
team
number
foul.
1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Hey, good luck stopping Edwards when he puts his head down and attacks the basket.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
Dort for 3. The rebound by Edey. And there's 1:38 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul. 1:37 left in the third quarter. Pass to Crowder. He takes it in. Outside Kamara. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wallace. Launches it.
Now, since he was traded to Golden State in 2020, Wiggins has become a very capable defender.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Wiggins has got 13 now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And here's Crowder from the arc. Kessler with a rebound. San Antonio trails by 14. Cunningham delivers in transition.
Assistant.
You know, Cunningham has a good sense of when he should be looking to shoot. Great self-awareness.
Wallace, left side. Right side, Edwards. Here's the three. Rebound by San Antonio. Wiggins for three. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Timeout. Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. On the wing, Wallace. From the arc. Great positioning on the putback.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Clayton. On the take. And the layup is good. Clayton's got his second bucket of the night.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Up 9.
San Antonio. 48.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Williams up top. Cuts off the pass. To the wing, right side. It's Edwards on the wing. On the wing, Wallace. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wiggins.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat, but a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Shot clock at 2. Edwards, no good. And so Cunningham will bring it up for San Antonio. They trail by 9. 4-3. The rebound by Edey. Here's Edwards. Look at Edwards just slashing his way to a strong finish.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Cunningham outside. Dort left side. From downtown. Sinks it from distance.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Outside Kamara. Pass to Edey. And it's blocked by Kessler.
Something Kessler does so well. A towering 7-footer who takes pride in protecting the rim.
No doubt about it, guys. We've got a ball game here. I'm sensing a major momentum swing after the steal and run out.
Here's Crowder. Outside Edwards. Unloads. Rebound by San Antonio. Fast break. Here we go. Dort for 3. The rebound by Edey. Now here's Edwards. Wallace outside. Puts up a deep 3. And Cunningham pulls it down.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
There's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his 3rd foul so far. Kessler a screen. Williams on the wing. There's the 3. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Dort. 5 on the clock. San Antonio moving the ball around. This one for 3. Good work defensively by Crowder. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Tipped. Dort with a steal. Goes up. And he pummels the iron. Bookends the break.
Tenacious stuff from Dort. I mean, he knows the situation and is dead set on getting them a bucket.
Wiggins with a steal. Up top, Dort. Outside Cunningham. Outside, Williams. 6 to shoot. Now Cunningham. Crowder with a steal. In transition, here they come. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Now Edwards. Puts up the tray. Money from 3.
Well, in terms of assist numbers, there's been a steady increase for Edwards in his career. Great recognition there.
Book it!
Well, Cunningham is a big-time, big-moment player. This team leans on him.
They set the pick. Edwards with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Kessler with a rebound.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Here's Edwards. Edie. Oh, ho, ho! That's a man on a mission right there.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
And he nails it.
Plays with a bit of quiet intensity, but Wiggins has shown the ability to rise up in the big moments.
And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
San Antonio trails by 4. And they doubled up Cunningham. Now pass to Williams. Jacks up a 3.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
The triple drops.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Edwards with it. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
At the line for your Cardinals.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Just 5 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
The ball goes to San Antonio.
Here's Cunningham.